I wonder if your story, because there's all these people who work on peace, but they don't get a platform. You have a platform because you were involved in a violent event. And I can't seem to reconcile this.
Right.
And I need to.
It's causing
a lot of dissonance for me.
Right, I think that's
you
a
help
really
me?
important question. I think it raises, first of all, it raises the question, what is social redemption? So, as a society, we fall very short on social redemption. So, I go back to Garvey, like, what is required of a person who has harmed others? And the inner work is required, and satisfaction of certain conditions is required. But I take as my guide a couple of things. All of the soundest sociology, psychology, and religion teaches that redemption follows the performance of the required acts. And that's a big piece of it. And I go back to what Claire Schroeder said on camera for the entire world to hear. That doesn't mean she shouldn't go on to have the life she hopes to have. And I wish her well in it. She knows that I am a spokesperson for what I have learned. And the victim's voice has a really legitimate place in things. Sometimes it's the voice of woundedness, and it isn't the best measure of what ought to happen, and that's why we mediate it by having social ideas about what's the appropriate punishment or who's wrong. And if I wrote this with no analysis of why it was wrong for me to behave that way, if I didn't teach about why not step into violence in this book, it would be an indefensible book. As I was writing it, I thought surrender is in the title, and surrender is what I have to do, writing out the most misguided and shameful acts of my own life for the entire world to see, because if I do anything less, it will be a worthless book.